Hey there folks, thanks for joining us. Well, it's cooler now, that's good. Let's just check the temperature, shall we? What do we got? 78 degrees, oh that's a lot cooler. It was 90 just a short moment ago, see? Anyway, this pot here, you didn't actually see me throw it, but it was basically 2 GP bowls, but not GP bowls of the usual weight. It was 2 GP bowls that were 2.5 pounds each. So I threw one and then I threw the other. The first one I took off the wheel and put onto a plaster bat, which I've got over there. That helps to stiffen the bottom section. Okay, especially in the lower wall there. And then I threw the other GP bowl, I measured them of course, and then I inverted this is when they're fairly wet still, I inverted the second one on top of the first one, you see, and then I shaped it and made the join and broke through the top and formed this neck. But now what I've got to do is do the base, so that's what I'm about to do. So I've got this chuck here, so I'm just going to take the pot just to see how centered it is. Well, it's not too bad actually. Now something like this, you appreciate you can't just sort of tap center it because it's on a chuck. Yeah, you can center the chuck, which I've already done. Okay, I'm actually reasonably happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a little bit of clay and I'm going to secure the chuck to the wheel head. Now once you've centered it like this, you need to then hold it here before you stick it down with the clay, okay, just in case it, and I've probably just used three pieces of clay like this. You can extend them out, make them a little longer. So what you need to do, make sure that these wads of clay are firmly down on the wheel head, and they're going to give some sort of lateral support. Okie dokie. So now, you know, when you want to trim this, but before you trim it, you want to make sure that the base here isn't going like this. Alright, so I'm just, and that's actually running fairly well. So now I'm going to trim this by pushing down in the middle. Now when you have a pot like this and you want to exert a little bit of downward pressure, sometimes it's not a bad idea to just put something in the center of the I've got a piece of an old credit card or something here, but just to take a piece of plastic or something like that, it just helps to spread the load, because I'm pushing down with my finger. I don't want the bottom of the pot to go in like that, you see. Okay, so what am I going to be doing here? What is my aim? Well, I'm going to narrow the base here a little. So I want to remove a little bit of the clay, the support clay here at the base. and then when I'm satisfied with the width, I'm then going to hollow out the foot. So what I'm going to do is bring the camera in a bit, just to zoom it in so you're not so far off. And we got as much height as we can. Yeah, I think we have. Alright, so let's just... Alright, like that. Yeah, the light is not as good as it was. Right. I may just put my glasses on for this because I'm kind of like working a bit close to my close up. Okay, so I'm holding that like that. Now I'm going to use this kind of tool, which is like it's just a piece of strapping, you know, that goes around a case, which has just been bent, the ends joined together and joined over and wrapped over with a piece of insulating tape. Alright, so that's what that is, but you'll see it works quite well. It's good for shaping larger surfaces, I find, this kind of tool. Now you notice my hand posture here. You'll see there's three things that are going on here. Alright, number one, my finger is pushing down in the middle there. Now that keeps the pot down, stops it jumping off. Number two, this hand is holding the trim tool and is trimming. Number three, my thumb is connecting them together, you see. So you want to, when you do your trimming, you want to adopt a technique where you join your hands. So I'm removing some material, some clay, which is lightening the weight slightly. Now any one of you could make yourself a tool like this, couldn't you? It's not the kind of tool that's suitable for all trimming applications, but when you're trimming a larger face like this, it is quite good. Well, I'm asking myself the question, how narrow in the base here should I go? And I'm looking at the outside form here, the shape. See, as potters, we're very much concerned about form, aren't we? Or we should be. Get the form right. Don't worry about decoration and all the fancy glazes you think you're going to put on it. Too many fancy glazes out there and not enough good forms. That's the truth of the matter. So it's convenient to perhaps wet your finger here. So you've got a little bit of water there, which acts as a little bit of lubrication for your finger, pressing down, you see. So I'm looking for the shape. Got to train our eyes, you see, to see. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change tools, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to empty out the foot ring here, which is going to be exciting because it may decide to jump off. Plus it's very high and it's putting me in a bit of an awkward posture, but we're going to do our best. So first of all, what I'm going to do is touch the tool and establish the inner foot ring. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to cut. Now I'm going to have a bit of, I'm still pushing down, you see, with this finger right next to the tool. So I'm pushing, but I'm cutting as well. We have to be careful we don't push too much, because we could, because it was only a GP bowl, you see, really, to start with. A large GP bowl, I should say. So I don't want to go through. And bevel on the inside. Bevel there. This is where a wheel like this is very, very good, because I can get good control of the speed. It's very important. Okay, I think that's okay. I'm going to take him off now. I'm going to check inside there. Yeah, it's looking okay. Well, yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's get the focus back, the zoom back out a bit. Okay. So there you are. All right. So you can see I've just hollowed the foot there. I've narrowed the foot here by shaving away the material on the side here, and that's tightened up the form, the shape. You know, when you narrow the foot, when you narrow the foot, you accentuate the belly, don't you? It becomes more pronounced. So remove those pads of clay. And there he is. Now, I threw this pot in two pieces, as I told you, and one could easily perhaps throw this pot in one piece as well. But in some senses, it's easier to throw a pot. If you've never thrown a big pot before and you're thinking, wow, that looks, I'd like to do that, well, have a go at joining two pots together. It's not that difficult. What you need to do is I mean, I've got over here a piece of plaster, so I throw the lower section and then put it on here, and that stiffens up the wall at the base, because that's where you're going to have a problem with a pot if you join one pot on top of the other, because the weight of the pot on top, and it's soft. If it's soft down below there, it bulges out. So by putting it on a plaster bat, you're going to cause that bottom half to stiffen up and to be more supportive, which is what you want. So other than that, really all you have to do is make sure that the wall is a consistent, even thickness, and the joining area where the two pots are meeting. I mean, you see, I here with this one, because I've got two GP bowls, they've got like rolled rims, haven't they? So they've got a good, secure place for one to seat on top of the other. That's what I'm trying to say. So points to remember: make sure the bottom section, take it off the wheel and put it onto a plaster bat. Throw the wall a nice even thickness. Make sure the point where they join, alright, you don't want trying to join two pots on top of a knife edge, do you? You want to have a little bit wider there where the pots meet together. Other than that, you can join one pot on top of the other, and then you need to go around and just join them together just by smearing the clay over on the outside as well as on the inside. So you then need to break in through the top while it's soft still. You see, you can stick your finger down through and just widen it, and then you can get your hand in then, you see, and make the join secure, and then finish however you want to the top, and then it's a case of letting it dry, and then you where you carry on is what we've done tonight. Just now you trim the foot. Haha. It's got a slight wobble on the rim, but we won't worry about that. It's a minor detail. Many ways of finishing the top of a pot. Many ways, and lots of ways, and many times every particular way conveys a certain feeling or mood. So try not to get the tops of your pot, keep them generous, don't let them get mean and wafer thin. Okay folks, that's it. Well, it's a warm evening. I'm not sure if it's the 21st of June today, but anyway, hang on in there, keep practicing, start trying a few things that you've never tried before, and stay tuned, keep practicing. See you soon, bye bye.